Hey everybody, Scoutcrafter here again, and if you're like me, over the years you've accumulated a bunch of different hose clamps, different types. These are the most common here, but years ago they used to have these spring clips and light duty clamps. These are vacuum clips for a vacuum line. These are really interesting. These are made by Snap Tight in New York years ago. You can by hand close the clamp over the hose. Really nice. You don't see too many of those anymore. We got some heavy duty clamps. So what we're going to talk about today is this almost 100-year-old WrapLock. And we're going to demonstrate it and show you what it's about. Okay, I guess what I find so interesting about this WrapLock, it was a universal clamping kit. And if you turn it over on the back, you could see the instructions on how to use this, and it had beautiful graphics on the front on this tin, and there was a tape measure on the back. I'll show you how that works in a minute. Inside of the WrapLock kit, the regular tin, inside of it came a bunch of these D-rings, and this is going to be part of your clamping system. It came with a ratcheting clamp wrench, and this one here also had a cotter pin because you can use that instead of the clamp wrench. Then if you lift up the second tray under here, you could see here's where all that galvanized strapping or whatever kind of strapping, and this is a piece of the strapping and what it looks like. It's pretty durable. It looks to be some kind of rust resistant coating, and I'll show you how it works. For a demonstration, we're going to clamp this piece of 1.5 inch rod just to see how it works. What you would do to clamp it out, you would draw out some of this material here. You can see it slides out nicely, and you would bring it to 10.5 inches, and when you get to 10.5 inches, which is measured over here on the side of the tin, you just draw it out a little bit till you get to 10.5 right there, and then you would cut it where it says 0. It says cut here and then fold back. Okay, we pulled out the appropriate piece of material. Now what you would do is you would put the D-ring on here, you fold it back 1.5 inches, you put the D-ring on here, and you pass through. You have to go around the work twice. So you pass it through like this, and going around again twice, and pass it through again the second time. And when you do that, then we're going to put the key on here, and we'll tighten it up. So right now I'm going to pass it through a second time. We'll get about 1.5 inches over, and I'll get the key and we'll tighten it up. Okay, now that we have this pretty snug over here, we take the key. The key has a slit in one side of it, as you can see. We pass that over the edge here like this, work it down as much as we can, I guess almost like a sardine can. And then when you have it on here, you're going to turn it, and we're going to turn it downwards. And we got to make sure we have the key in the proper oriented. This is a ratcheting wrench, so we have it here, and we're going to start turning it over like this. We're going to turn it downward, and we're going to keep turning it until we get up to the D-ring. Once we get to the D-ring, we're going to tighten it up a little. You can see you can put a little bit of torque on there. You turn it, you flip this switch again, turn it back a little bit, and you can remove the key. Now that clamp is on there, and that clamp is very solid, very strong. We'll take a closer look. Okay, this is what the finished clamp looks like. It wraps around twice now, as you can see, and the clamp is very solid. I was very surprised because I can't even budge it. I can't move it at all, so it's a solid clamp. Whether or not I would trust it on a hose clamp or what, but it does have its applications. You can see how that rolls around, and if you want to take the clamp off, you just put the wrench in there, you spin it the other way, and it comes right off. You can actually reuse these. 1920s circa, WrapLock, made in Hanler Corporation, Mount Vernon, New York. Pretty interesting. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.